Hey, what it do, sports world? It's me again. The Winner Circle podcast with me, Ray Diggs, is here, y'all. Where passion meets performance and champions are made. I'm your host, Ray Diggs, bringing you the energy, the insight, and the mindset from across the world of sports. From the locker rooms to the big stage, this is where the real ones talk and legends rise, and the motto stays the same. Winners will always win. The Winner Circle podcast with me, Ray Diggs. We are here and we ain't going nowhere. Make sure y'all tune in because we're about to go live now. Peace. Hey, what it was, world, man, and welcome to the Winner Circle podcast with me, Ray Diggs, man. Hey, we're about to go ahead and talk about the NFL divisional round, the divisional playoffs. And I'm gonna give y'all my prediction, man. I ain't gonna be on here that long. Hey, we just gonna talk about what I think is gonna happen in the NFL divisional round and who's gonna move on to the NFC AFC championship game. Man, it's just good not to see the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC championship, man. I'm just happy about that. Y'all can see the smile, y'all can see the happiness right here, man. But hey, before I get started, man, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and also the share button. Make sure y'all give me your feedback on what you all think about this segment. I know my numbers don't really do too good when I talk about NFL because a lot of people ain't interested in NFL. A lot of people ain't really interested in college, but I got to talk about it because, I mean, that's right there what I used to talk about way more than I talked about high school football. This season right here, I just started talking about a lot of high school football more than anything. But I got to get back to my NFL, man, because, you know, if you know me, you know, man, I got to get this out. But hey, I just want to say this right here, man. This right here is going to be a hell of a week of college. Of NFL football. We got the Buffalo Bills going to Denver. We got the Houston Texans going up there to New England to face against the Pats. And we got San Francisco going to Seattle. Oh, man, it's going to be loud up there. And then we have the Rams traveling over there to face against the Chicago Bears. Man, it's going to be big, man. It's a big weekend of NFL. But we're going to start off with the Buffalo Bills at the Denver Broncos. Denver, they coming off a bye week. Josh Allen, the momentum on the road, won last game on the road. Can he go to Denver and do the exact same thing against a better defense than what he just faced in Jacksonville? It's going to be hard, man. And it's going to be hard going up there to Mile High and winning a game. But if anybody can do it, I think when he looks across, and then also Denver lost to these guys last season. So, you know, Denver looking at this game right here as a revenge game. They want their revenge from last season. Now, do I think they're going to get it? I don't know. But I do think that they have a really good chance to win this game. Josh Allen, he's hampered. He's limping around, foot messed up, arm messed up. He got hit a lot against Jacksonville. I think it's going to take a toll in this game here. I think Denver's going to do the same thing to him. I think Denver's going to come out there, and I think they're going to bang him up a little bit. And somehow, some way, I think that the Denver Broncos will come into this game with Bo Nix, with a well-rested team. This team is well-rested. They've had like 2 weeks off, 2 or 3 weeks off. I think that the Denver Broncos will come in here with a mile-high crowd, and I think that they will somehow, some way escape with a win in this game right here. I'm going with the Denver Broncos to win this game by a field goal. I think the game will be tied up in the fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter with about maybe 2 minutes to go. I think the second-year quarterback, Bo Nix, will ink his name in history with a playoff win, with a playoff comeback win. I think he's going to march this team down the field, and they will kick a game-winning field goal and win this game. I'm going to go with 30-27. The Denver Broncos will win this game and move on to the AFC championship game. We got the Houston Texans going up there to New England, up there to Gillette Stadium to face against Drake May. This right here is going to be a hell of a game here too. Now, I'm going to be honest. I think that this Houston Texans team can possibly win the Super Bowl. And the reason they can win the Super Bowl is because they got one of the best defenses I've seen in a very long time. They got a type of defense that's good at all three levels: defensive line, linebackers, and secondary. They got probably one of the most dominant defensive lines that I've seen in a very long time with Will Anderson Jr. and Hunter over there coming off those edges. Shout out to Will Anderson, man. Hey, that's my boy, man. Y'all know I love Will Anderson from when he was at Alabama. I felt like this kid right here was a hell of a player, dominant player that can impact games. And it's just good to see him doing it in the NFL. I hope he don't do it against us, against my Pats. But I just, it's okay if we lose against the Texans with Will Anderson, being that my love for Will Anderson, I love him as a player. I'll be mad, but I won't be as mad. But I think that Drake May is going to ink his name as one of the top quarterbacks in the league in this game right here. Somehow, some way, I think it's going to be difficult. I think it's going to get hit a lot because y'all know we got a left side of our offensive line is 2 rookies. Even though we have a hell of a rookie over there in our first round pick, I still think that you have 2 elite pass rushers. And then, like I said, our offensive line, we're going to have to figure out a game plan to get the ball out of Drake May's hand fast as he can. I think it's going to look kind of like how I'm not saying this right here ain't a good thing to say, but it's going to kind of look how it looked against when we played against the Giants in the Super Bowl, when they had those pass rushers coming. Tom Brady, he got hit a lot, but I think that this right here, Josh McDaniels is going to come up with a game plan how Drake May can get this ball out of his hand as fast as possible. And I think he will. I think somehow he will get it out as fast as possible. He's going to get it out to his receivers. We're going to need a big day from Stephon Diggs. We're going to need a big day from Keaton Butte, but we're going to need a big day from our running backs. Our running backs are going to have to come and play. They're going to have to come out and play. Travion Henderson, man, he ain't had a good game in a few weeks. But Ramondre Stevenson, we need you, my boy. We need you to come out there, and we need you to pound ball and make it and at least get the pass rush off of Drake May a little bit. If we can buy a little bit of time and pick apart that secondary, I think that, man, we could pretty much win this game, man, honestly. In the defensive side of the ball, yes, I'm hearing reports that we will have Christian Gonzalez back. So we need all pro cornerback. We need him to play. Now, I will say this right here. We have a little bit of an advantage because Nico Collins is not playing, but they still have Christian Kirk. They still have the rest of the boys. So I won't say that's more of an advantage. But if you don't have Nico Collins, you don't have their top threat at wide receiver. So I think that kind of give us a little bit of an advantage of not having him. I think that this game right here is going to be a dog fight throughout. But if I had to pick a quarterback, and even though take nothing away from CJ Stroud, I like CJ Stroud as a quarterback. I do think that I don't want to say it, and we going up against them. But if I had to pick, if the Houston Texans don't make it to the Super Bowl, it will be because of CJ Stroud. And that's not a good thing when it's your quarterback. But when I look at this team right here, the Houston Texans are a team that's built to win a Super Bowl. They can win a Super Bowl with DeMeco Ryan. I think a hell of a defensive-minded coach. They have the defense to do it. We seen, when the Baltimore Ravens won the Super Bowl, they dominated with their defense. That's what type of defense. I'm not saying it's on the level of that Ravens team, but they have a hell of a defense that can win a Super Bowl. We saw what they just did against Pittsburgh, and I know a lot of people say, "Oh man, it's Pittsburgh." Yeah, Pittsburgh is still a really good team, and they dominated them. This team right here can win a Super Bowl. Our defense is going to have to dominate CJ Stroud and force him into some of the mistakes that he was making against the Pittsburgh Steelers. If we can do that, we can win this game. Now, their defense going to do the same thing to Drake May that they did to if they can do the same thing that they did against Aaron Rodgers, this game is going to possibly be just like how the Pittsburgh Steelers game was. But I gotta stay with the New England Patriots. I think the New England Patriots will take care of business at home. I think Drake May will make just enough plays to win this game, and New England will move on to the AFC Championship game. I'm going with New England winning this game 27-23. New England moving on to the AFC Championship game. Now moving over to the NFC divisional round. We got San Francisco at Seattle. That's good. This is a divisional game, divisional rivalry game. These two teams just played a few weeks ago. Actually, they just played 2 or 3 weeks ago for the number 1 seed, in which Seattle dominated and got the number 1 seed. That was in San Francisco. Now they're in Seattle. Now we got reports that Sam Darnold He has injury coming into that game, and this is not good. You cannot have an injury, even though I feel like San Francisco defense is not that good, like they normally be. You have to be at full strength against a team like this 49ers team. And I don't know if you have an injured quarterback, yes, they can run the ball. They can in San Francisco have a very weak run game. But I just got going with the crowd and a well-rested team. It's going to be hard, but I think the San Francisco 49ers is going to go in there and beat the Seattle Seahawks. Even though I had it wrote down, I'm going against my bet. I'm going with my heart right now, honestly. I think that somehow, some way, that Christian McCaffrey and Brock Purdy, even without Kittle, they will come in here and somehow, some way win this game. I'm going to go with the San Francisco 49ers to win this game 24-20 against the Seattle Seahawks, even though something is telling me that the Seattle Seahawks is going to win this game, just being at home, being well rested, even with an injured quarterback. I think that they'll possibly somehow win this game, but I'm going to go against what I got in my notes, and I'm going to go with the 49ers to win this game. And then the nightcap on Sunday, we have the Rams at Bears. Y'all know I'm a big Caleb Williams fan. I love the kid. He's a hell of a player, man. If he had the mindset that I feel like Drake may have, I think that this kid right here can just be so dynamic, man. He can be even more dangerous. And the reason I say that, yeah, Drake may can run. He can't run like Caleb Williams can run. And I don't think he can throw I think that he's accurate, but I think that Drake, if Caleb Williams took the plays, right? The easy plays, and not make them impossible. This kid right here can be just like, and I said this right here when he was coming out of college, man, and people just sat there and embarrassed me, talk bad about me. They was like, oh my God, you said that. I said that the only person that I feel like that can make throws like Patrick Mahomes was Caleb Williams. And I said this when he was in college. You can go ask my homeboys, they'll tell you, because they was the one who said, you're crazy saying that. But I saw this when he was at Oklahoma. I saw this when he was at USC, that he can make the throws that no other quarterback really can make besides the Aaron Rodgers and the Patrick Mahomes. He has that type of aura that he can make those throws. But the thing about him is he reminds me of a gunslinger, kind of like Brett Favre. Like he might come out there and he the type of player that give a coach heart attacks. He the type of player that give coaches gray hair, because he might make I'm talking about a pinpoint pass, in a big game. He might throw a pick that lose the game. But this kid right here has 7 game-winning drives this season. I don't think it's hard to go against that. I think that somehow the Rams are going to make it very uncomfortable. Matthew Stafford and that offense, they cannot be stopped. And I don't know if the Bears off defense can slow down Matthew Stafford. But I will say this right here, though. They're playing outside in Chicago at night. It's very cold, the wind blowing. So I think that can possibly benefit the Chicago Bears, honestly. So when I look at this game right here, I think that somehow, some way, the Rams, they're gonna jump off, or they're gonna jump off on the Bears. But then I think the Bears are gonna creep their way back into the game. And I think that in the fourth quarter, I think that Caleb Williams is gonna make a play that wins the Bears the game. I'm gonna go with the Chicago Bears winning this game by a field goal. The Bears will win this game 26-23, and they will move on to the NFC Championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. That's my predictions right there. Like I said, I had other notes. It was other teams. So I'm going to go with the Denver Broncos, New England Patriots, San Francisco 49ers, and the Chicago Bears. Those are my picks. Hey, man, thank y'all again, man, for listening to another great segment of the Winner Circle Podcast with me, Ray Diggs. It's going to be a great weekend in the NFL, y'all. So make sure y'all tune in. Hey, whoever you are, Jasmine or whatever. Hey, how you doing? But yeah, it's gonna be a great weekend of NFL football, man. And like I said before, man, I got everything down here right here. I had to go against some of them. Like I said, Seattle Seahawks, not like them. They're a really good team, but I'm just gonna go with who I think is just who's hot right now. And it's the San Francisco 49ers. Hey, and it's hard to beat a team twice. You know, it's hard to beat a team twice. So I think that it's going to be difficult to beat this 49er team again, you know, twice in the last 3-4 weeks. It's going to be difficult. So that's the reason why I'm going with the San Francisco 49ers. And I think that the Rams, even though I can see the Rams coming in here winning this game, because they have the wide receivers, they have the running backs, they got the quarterback, you know, Matthew Stafford, possibly the MVP, even though I hope Drake May wins it. But they got an MVP candidate at quarterback. So this right, man, like I said, this is gonna be good, man. You Buffalo Bills, you know, let's just look at the quarterbacks in all of these games. Buffalo Bills got Josh Allen. The Denver Broncos got Bo Nix. The Houston Texans got CJ Stroud. The New England Patriots got Drake May. You know, the San Francisco 49ers, they got Brock Purdy. The Seattle Seahawks, they got Sam Darnold. The Rams got Matthew Stafford, and the Bears got Caleb Williams. Those are the quarterbacks in these games. This is going to be a hell of a weekend in NFL. So make sure y'all tune in. Hey, man, thank y'all again for listening to another great segment of the Winner Circle podcast with me, Ray Diggs. Until next time, y'all have a great Friday. And be safe out here, y'all. Y'all know it's Friday. Y'all know there's a lot of things that's going on out here in the world. So make sure y'all be safe. Hey, let's be great today, people. Peace.
Mr. Diggs, we're on in 5. Vegas can't be choosers, but grandma chose grace. She raised me on scrap.